I've started.
All right. Actually, I have to start the preview and then the streaming, but we will start right now. Are you live?
I'm ahead of you, yeah. I'm live. Because
All
I did
right.
the live interface thing instead of the
Give
event
me
thing.
like 5 seconds.
Okay.
Three more seconds. But it's getting crowded, man. It's really getting crowded.
Yeah, my users are all probably still on the last stream link.
On the old one.
Yeah.
I think we started. So guys, first of all, welcome crypto friends and welcome back to MMCrypto and Richard Hart. Let us know in the comment section if you can hear us. The last live stream was actually something like 70 minutes without streaming. So let us know if you can hear us. How are you today, Richard? You are pissed. I can see that.
Yeah, just like, I don't know. I've never had a streaming failure like this before, where I just talked for an hour and 10 minutes to just the interviewer and then had to do it all over again immediately after. Because when you live stream on YouTube, if you use the live, which what I'm using now, you just click start streaming on your broadcast software. But if you use events, then you have to start streaming and then go into this other tab and click start on YouTube. And then.
So actually now it's working, and we are very glad to have you here on our show and also to be on your show because we are streaming on both ends. Guys, everyone on his end, on our end, let's make sure that you drop all your questions in the comment section. We might pick some of them up. First of all, we want to talk about, because 2019 is like right in front of our doors, we want to talk about things a little bit less technical, but technical issues are always important, so we will include them as well. We will talk about Bitcoin price development in the short, mid, and long term. Richard, you have been very good at prediction in 2017, 2018, so that was amazing. You were mining like since 2011, 4 blocks a day or so, crazy, 50 Bitcoin. So we will talk about the Bitcoin price prediction, development, short, mid, long term, about ICOs. You have controversial opinion about that as well. We will also pick up the tone-based prediction for Ethereum of 20 cents. And in the end, guys, make sure you stay until the end. It will be very, very interesting and controversial. His most overvalued projects, in his opinion, and the most undervalued projects, if there are any, hopefully. So we will talk about them as well. That being said, Richard, again, thank you so much for having us on your show, being on our show. I'm always talking a lot in the beginning, but now the stage is yours. Maybe we start with the Bitcoin price prediction, short, mid, long term.
So, hi, I'm Richard Hart. I've got 50,000 followers on Twitter, like 38,000 on YouTube. It's not enough. We need like millions. So we're many multiples of X away from that. Hit like, hit subscribe, go on the Strape chat channel, Telegram, t.me/Strape, like strawberry grape. We got a charts channel, Strape Charts. We got a price calls channel where if I see something nice in the market, I mention it. t.me/Richard's calls. Wrote a book. If you're smart and you want to trudge through an outline that's unedited or lightly edited, download the Sci-Vive outline, like how you can survive through science. Tells you most of the good things I know, right? Allowed me to retire in 2003. What else? Donate to charity, save your own life. Not any charity. Charity that might save your life, like sens.org, SENS. They accept crypto. I think that's it. Use my BitMEX link if you want to trade crypto.
First of all, guys, the YouTube link is in the description. I'm pretty sure you will find in the videos of his description, you will find all the links as well. So, yeah, perfect. Maybe we go because, as we already said, you had a lot of good Bitcoin price predictions, and we had a lot of very interesting ones in our channel before with very well-known interviews with Da Vinci, Tom Base and stuff. So now it would be very interesting to get your side on the Bitcoin market, short, mid, and long term. Everyone knows 2018 has been rough to us. So what do you think actually about 2019?
Well, I called the 20K Christmas in 2017, and I knew we were going to do multi-year bear market when the bottom I called at 9,300 didn't hold, and I live streamed it at 8,500, and then we dropped down to 6K. And then we had weird horizontal fake support. I guess it was real support, but look how it turned out, at 6K for a very long time, which chart's never done before. Some horizontal line of 6K support. In reality, it was slightly tilted up, but you get the idea. When that finally capitulated, see, that broke the RSI indicator. So RSI indicator averages either I think it's the last 14 candles, might be the last 11, to tell you whether your current price situation is overbought or oversold compared to the previous candles, right? Average increase or decline. And we rode all-time lows in Bitcoin and the RSI because the indicator got broken, because the price held flat for so long that any what would be normal drop in Bitcoin, we do 40% drops all the time. If you see, that's what makes speculating Bitcoin a little bit harder. You can be in the biggest bull run in history and you are still going to get multiple 40% drops. So even if you're badass, you can't really call the end of the bull market off of a 40% drop. That's normal in a bull market. So in order to call the bear market arriving, you need what we got, which was here's a 45, and here's a 43, and here's a 42.7% drop. Have a couple of those in a month or two. Then you're like, oh, it's over. Like, it's no more buy the dip. Now the dip keeps dipping, right? So I knew what would happen, and I told everybody, and almost cried about it. So it's like, not that many people did. Not that many people wanted to mention the pain, like, yo, this shit's actually wrecked. And the people that held Bitcoin, they got to go for the 86% drop, 84 or something like that. I mean, we only dropped to 32. So if we dropped 86% like we did in the last 2014 bear market, your price goes down to 2,800. If we revisit the previous high, your price goes down to 1175. If we overshoot under the previous high, like we did the last time it was revisited, you go to 775. So those are your options for technical analysis as to where we should bottom: 2,800, 1175, and 775. Now, the 3,200 could just be the generational bottom and we never visit these prices again. Could happen. I don't think that's the case. I think we do visit 2,800, and then we feel it out and we see where we go from there. If the global economic crisis is coming, which it seems like it may be, because their chart has shown topping signals, right? Like, hey, look, giant, massive, worst December on record. Okay. Oh, look, we got a pump. Okay, but we're not making new all-time highs. Oh, no, we just got a cool pump. All right. And then more capitulation, more downside. You're like, game has changed. Go ahead.
No, it's perfect that you mentioned the stock market, for example, because recently it dropped so hard, as you said, like 20% or so within this year. And there's this one theory that when the stock market crashes more than 16%, then it's officially called a bear market from historical perspective talking. Right. So let's say we did that in the crypto market, we would have been able to exit the market much earlier because we knew it's a bear market. And
but you would have got out at 1,800.
Yeah, at 1,800.
You would have got out when we went down to the 1,800 dip before the giant bull run in 2017. Early in 2017, it went down to 1,800. It didn't stay there very long. So like you were going to get multiple 40% dips. 5K to 3K was a 40% dip. 7K to like 5K or something was a 40% dip. Like they just, look on the chart, right? Like we do 40% dips all the time. You can't use the same bear market indicator on that market as you would on crypto. You'd just be stopped out.
Exactly.
So now, if you want to look at fundamental analysis, are we doing more transactions? Kind of. Do we have technical progress? Sure. We got, SegWit now, and we got Lightning coming up. Cool. How adopted is Lightning? 450 coins. Bullshit.
I think it's like 50 already. 500 already.
Maybe. It could be 550 now, but it's still bullshit. Like, do you know how small 500 coins is now? It's only $1.5 million. Who gives a fuck? Like, meaningless.
But if you
can't even buy a nice house for that.
If you assume something like an exponential growth and then again like an S function, then and that's what it's
showing. You can't assume
at the moment.
Crypto has no adoption. There's no S-curve in this shit. We have no adoption. Coinbase has adoption. Coinbase has users. Bitcoin wallets? Nope. We ain't got no fucking adoption.
Yeah, so it's greed. It's greed.
Right. And I'm fine with that. Like, that's fine with me, dude. If this is just, if giant recursive speculative bubbles is how we get to change man's relationship with government and get rid of middlemen and introduce trustlessness and honest money, great. I'm okay with that. If adoption comes to, great. You know? So Bitcoin so I'm making this coin BitcoinHEX, and its claim to fame is it's the first blockchain certificate for deposit. You lock up your money, you get paid trustless interest. You lock up for longer, you get paid more. It doesn't exist anywhere else. It's the first CD on the internet, on the blockchain, right? Why do I like that? Because Bitcoin is not used as a payment network. Less people accept it every year. Less than 4 of the top 500 retailers on the internet accept it, right? But what is it good for? It's good for going up in value. It's good for speculating with. It's good for appreciating. So if it's true that being gold is worth 7.7 trillion, but being Visa plus MasterCard plus PayPal is worth only 700 million or 7 billion, it's many, many, many times more valuable to be gold than it is to be all the payment networks combined, because stores of value are always worth multiples of transporters of value. The amount you'll pay to transport your value is far less than the value itself. It will always be that way. So being a store of value and having low transaction throughput and everyone's locking up their coins is amazing for value. That's what I care about. I care about the value going up. I don't give a shit about the transactions per second. It does at this moment happen to do more transactions per second than Bitcoin, but I don't care about it really.
So you don't think that Bitcoin would actually also get the use case of a medium of exchange? Don't you think
it could?
Lightning has
Sure, but I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I want the price to go up. I don't care. Like, if people, the dollar, so it's all accounting tricks. What matters is goods and services. That is it. That's all that matters. Everything else is accounting bullshit. Money is accounting bullshit. Crypto is accounting bullshit. Memory and reciprocity is accounting bullshit. So what matters is goods and services. If Bitcoin gets a huge, gigantic value from the world's greatest pump and dump that just keeps pump and dumping higher and higher and higher and higher until it's a global reserve currency, fine. If people want to buy coffee with it, fine. If people want to price wages in it, who cares? It doesn't matter, right? Like, I don't care if you price your wages in dollars or rubles or back scratches. We're just going to figure it out anyway. We're going to convert those into what we care about anyway, right? So like, I don't care about the notation that much. I care about unit bias a little bit. Like, no one wants to pay 0.09176 Bitcoin for something, which is why in BitcoinHEX we're using millions. One Bitcoin claims a million hex.
Okay, so actually Hex, isn't it ERC20 token?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. But you are doing that because every single coin can be 51% attacked in the beginning. And
yep.
ERC20 is actually more secure.
Yep.
Okay. No, got it.
If you want to launch a new token, it is the best ecosystem in existence. Millions and millions of dollars have been lost figuring out what sucked. Those things have been fixed. It's never had an inflation attack like Bitcoin has.
Yeah.
It didn't have a recent inflation bug that was caught by Bitcoin Cash developer like Bitcoin has. It's very easy for exchanges to integrate because they just plug the contract code in there and the contract address. That's it. Like, it's so easy. You know, you try and roll this out on any other network, you're going to get 51% attacked. You're going to get rolled back. You're going to get time warp attacked. You're going to get hard to integrate with. And then, like, it's a nightmare. It's very, very hard.
No, got it. Talking about an ERC20 token, maybe we will go at the next point to the Tron base prediction of Ethereum going to 20 cents. But before, I would love to conclude the first question. So what's actually the most likely lowest price for Bitcoin for you in 2019? And what's the most likely highest price? So the range. And maybe
775 would be the absolute low end, based on overshooting 30% past the previous peak in 2013 of 1175. That's how that number is calculated.
Okay, so guys, let us know in the comment section.
On the top end,
oh, sorry.
I think I would be much happier to not go that deep. Like I'd be happy to go down to 28 and just do the 80%, 86% drop fractal. That's fine with me. Like 2800 is cheap enough, dude. But you know, look, the chart does not give a fuck about your feelings. The chart is the price over the time, and it is the most honest thing in the world, unless you're looking at a Chinese chart with fake volume. Or you're looking at a chart where there was a maintenance on one exchange and someone pumped the other exchange to trigger everyone's stops when the other one came back on. Okay, the chart's not always 100% honest, but it's still it's the best we got.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not caring about our feelings, but it's like a mirror of the feelings, because
it's measurement. It's pure measurement. Here's the price. Here's the time. Yeah. I wanted to say so my bottom would be 775. Thing I'd like to see is 2800. 1175. Okay, cool. We filled the gap. There was a price gap there. Cool. We also had a price gap at 5K, but we filled that. If we stop, so I believe in symmetry. Your bear market should be related to your bull market. Or let me rephrase that. In a bear market, the amount of time that you spend finding a bottom, this crap, from my perspective, it's gonna be backwards for you guys. This is the amount of time you find the bottom, screw around, chop. Now you're gonna spend about the same time to get back up again. There's a symmetry. So we've died from 20K to 3,200 for a year, which means we should chop around here a little bit and then go back up to all-time highs in a year after the chop. So that means you could chop around down here for maybe 3 months and then pump for a year, or maybe seasonality plays. People sell for tax reasons early in the year. They didn't want to pay taxes the year before, and then they get the summer pump. So, you know, June, July, super duper pump 2019. I'd be okay with that. I'd be fine with having an insane bull run 3 months from now, right? Like,
I'm thinking exactly the same. But yeah, wrapping that up, really, your prediction is maybe a bit more like the prediction of Tom Base. And yeah, really like to talk about that. But now we can maybe go to the Ethereum thing.
Let me mention on the trustless thing. We were talking about how these other coins suck with low hash rate. In Bitcoin, things that people think are guaranteed, they're not guaranteed. People think there's only going to be 21 million coins. That's a fucking theory. They could fork that into whatever they want. If the network decides, if the people that run the nodes, and the miners, who also run nodes, by the way, if those two parties decide that the Bitcoin network is going to continue to pay a block reward and no longer do that halfening stuff, they just double-click the exe that has that edit, and then that's the network now. And you can go fork if you're mad and go make your own network and hope it gets economic value.
The 21 million is something like a social thing because everyone agrees on it. It's
right. So like all of these blockchain networks are subsequent to social consensus and politics. The hash rate doesn't fucking matter. It matters a little bit, but the social consensus is what really matters. The reason I bring this up is, one, because, hey, it's interesting, and I like seeing interesting things that other people haven't identified. So understanding that 21 million block limit is a theory is smart and something that I think I'm talking about no one else is, or very few people. Another thing is that proof of work is really just proof of stake. Proof of work is proof of stake in non-American mining hardware and big electric bills. The difference between the two is that with proof of work, the proof of stake you've got in mining hardware and electric bills can only vote once. You choose one chain, you choose one reality. With proof of stake, you can vote for all the realities and vote for all the forks, and then whichever one works, you still got paid. So in proof of stake, you have to do these little bonds where if you catch someone cheating, they lose their bond. There's probably other ways to do it as well, but I think it's unique to understand that proof of work is proof of stake, and you don't get to participate in that ecosystem. Like if you want to mine Bitcoin and you have a computer with a strong video card, fuck yourself, you can't. Can't mine Bitcoin with a video card. It's too slow. ASICs are too fast. But if you want to mine Ethereum with a video card, you can. So, I had this argument an hour ago where, a guy said, hey, Bitcoin's, more decentralized than Ethereum. I'm like, I doubt that, because I can mine Ethereum, but I can't mine Bitcoin. So
you can buy an ASIC miner.
And then I have stake in some other fucking guy's company that I bought his bag, right? He got a chip developer and taped out at a fab, and now I buy his bag, right? Like, no, I don't need to buy 2 bags. Let me just buy the crypto bag. I don't buy the crypto bag and the Asian computer chip manufacturer bag. Fuck that, right?
Yeah. Got your point. I mean, that's
so you can't,
because you are so controversial.
Yeah.
So.
In BitcoinHEX, the game theory is immutable. It is not subsequent to nodes double-clicking EXEs. Nodes double-clicking EXEs can never edit the balance of addresses. An inflation bug in Ethereum also would not edit the balance of BitcoinHEX addresses. I'm sure someone somewhere can let me know some interesting attack vectors by which maybe some failure in the Ethereum network could affect BitcoinHEX holders. I haven't seen it yet. They could just stop mining transactions or something, right? But like, as far as security goes, my current position is that an audited ERC20 token, such as BitcoinHEX, should be more secure than Bitcoin, because the inflation bug shit that has occurred was just narrowly avoided, and a continual threat to consensus every time they upgrade anything in the software, because it all touches consensus a little bit. They're not modular. The Bitcoin D, Bitcoin core software is not modular. If you touch code, that code very often touches consensus, which is risky, super risky.
Okay, Richard, we are already talking for a long time, so I would like to wrap that first question up and go to the next one. Also, a lot of people are mentioning Bitcoin Cash SV. Maybe we will pick that one up as well in the end, and that will be interesting. But first of all, a lot of people are interested in, maybe your opinion on Tron Way's prediction of Ethereum going to 20 cents. He said that was kind of, he was like, it's not a necessity that it goes there, but he's pretty sure that it will go to like $3-4 and maybe 20 cents. So what's actually your opinion on that, especially because you are also building up your project on top of Ethereum?
Anytime someone gives you a price call without a time frame, you can tell them to fuck themselves. So the problem with making price calls without time frames is that Ethereum could go to 20 cents after it goes to 2 million. You were right. It's just like all the no-coiners. Bitcoin's a bubble. Bitcoin's a bubble. Bitcoin's going to crash. Bitcoin's going to crash. Yeah, y'all been saying that from like 200. This shit went to 20,000. Yeah, it just crashed. It's down 80%. Is it back to 200? Oh no, it's still at 10 times that? Shut the fuck up. Like, your prediction without a time frame gets everyone wrecked. You will fucking lose your money following these people's predictions without time frames. Or really, look, man, if you know how to trade Bitcoin and you make a lot of money doing it, you don't need to teach people how to do it for like little money, You can just trade it and make a lot of money. You don't need to sell fucking courses. Now, that being said, I might sell a course one day, but I'm not going to tell you like I'm not going to tell you everything I know, because I could just make money with that. So why not just tell you what you pay me for and then keep the super duper secret stuff, right? Like, I still make a good program, but I'm just saying, man, a lot of people out there, they're fake. I'm not saying Tone's fake. Tone's had experience. He's worked on the market. I've agreed. We've had similar positions recently in the bear market. I don't respect the Tom DeMark indicator. If you do respect the Tom DeMark indicator, go pay Tom DeMark for it. He fucking invented it.
No, I want to be fair on that point as well. He wasn't saying that it will definitely go to 20 cents. He was just saying that he's not believing in the tech behind it, and that he's
wrong. He's wrong. He's just wrong about Ethereum. Most people are wrong about Ethereum. Look, I know everything that's fucked up with Ethereum. I wrote an essay on it. It's called 9 Reasons That You Should Be Worried About Ethereum Right Now, or actually 9 Reasons Bitcoin Will Always Be Better Than Ethereum. It's up on Medium. Go on medium.com to Richard Hart, and you can read about how it powers all the scams and how it doesn't have a theoretically capped monetary supply like Bitcoin theoretically does, how it gives enough developers nooses to hang themselves with by having turn complexity and allowing them to make every fucked up bug they can make. Any bug you can dream, you can make in Ethereum because you have a Turing complete software. In Bitcoin, you have a more secure network to work in because you have only a restricted number of functions that you can perform. However, you can't fucking do anything with it, which is why Ethereum had to be created, because I want to execute my cool trustless game theory in the world. That's what I want to do. I'm one of the few people in the world that actually needs a blockchain. I need censorship resistance. I need open source, immutable, verifiable supply, issuance, transactions. I need all that stuff. Everyone else that wants a blockchain, they don't actually want a blockchain. You don't need a blockchain, right? You can do everything faster and cheaper and better with a normal database with federation or a normal database with logging than on a blockchain. The only time you need a blockchain is you need censorship resistance. I can't use Bitcoin for my project. I tried. I looked. I'm like, all right, we'll use Rootstock. It's like Ethereum, but on Bitcoin. Oh, 20% founders tax. Oh, no one's using it yet. I don't want to be the first guy to find the bugs. All right, fuck off. I'm not doing it. Okay, let's use EOS. It's not even a blockchain. Totally federated. Scam. Not really. Not totally scam, but like you guys gave some other company $4 billion to like give you some software that now is totally open source and you have to do all the work for. They got $4 billion. You got a job. They got $4 billion. You got a job. Are you fucking stupid? I hate that scam shit. So like, I'm not EOS, no. Tezos, no. ADA, no. My own blockchain, if I have to, but I don't want to get reorged and 51% attacked and all this other bullshit. So I don't even remember how I got on the question actually. What was the question?
But talking about, it was the Ethereum 20 cents, but I think we got.
It's not going to 20 cents. Ethereum is not fucking going to 20 cents. You know how many developers they have? They like, oh, you like Lightning? Okay, well they copied Lightning. It's called Raiden.
What about Rootstock? I mean, you said you cannot use Bitcoin, but you could.
They got a 20% founders tax on every block that's merge mined or whatever. Fuck a founders tax. I don't want a founders tax. So let me get this straight. You're going to get paid forever because fuck off. It's an open source project. Like copy paste the code. Like I hate that. I don't like that.
Okay, but talking about scam shit, maybe we go to the topic of ICOs. Mm-hmm. Do you actually think that ICOs are dead as we know them?
For now.
Yes, why? And if no, will the space maybe change and re-evolve somehow? So maybe you can give us something about that topic.
People are going to continue to do things with their money that they think will make them really rich really fast. As long as people are willing to put up fancy looking websites that say, hey, give us your money, we'll make you really rich really fast. People will continue to do that shit. No matter what you say, no matter how many podcasts you do, no matter how many cool, smart, innovative things like the SEC has done with their Howie ICO website. Go to howieico.com. Awesome, right? Good outreach, trying to get people to not get scammed. They're still going to do it. So ICOs are dead now, but I bet they come back, right? Just like Ponzi schemes. There's always at least one good Ponzi scheme going in the world for hundreds of years. Ain't going away, man.
It's the greed firing that up, and you are correct. I mean, we were within 2017, we were evaluating 17 and 18, evaluating ICOs. We did like 1,000, and 990 of them didn't pass because, I mean, usually the only purpose is to collect money. And as we can see right now, looking back in time, it was very good to pass on nearly all the ICOs out there, 99% or even more, 99.9%. So agree on that. So do you think it will actually change somehow? Maybe the people realize that it's not a good investment. Look at the infrastructure projects. It's like 500 of them. It's like a highway, a very nice built-up highway, but no cars driving on top of that. It's like a ghost town. So do you think that will actually change?
No, I do not. It's so, in order for something to get critical mass adoption, the rule of thumb is that it needs to be 10 times better than the thing that preceded it. If you're not 10 times better, you can still overtake, but it just takes a really long time. So email took a long time to overtake the fax. It did. Even though email is a lot better, and they still use fax. So if you want to prove that you sent one law firm a thing, right? that gives you a nice timestamp to do it. So fax machines are still used today. If you want crypto to get adoption, you have to ask yourself, what is the thing it can do 10 times better? Can it do cheap and fast transactions? You think yes. I think no. How does this work? Well, I have developers. Do you know what it's like to pay a developer in crypto? Impossible. Extremely hard. Their bank accounts get closed. Like, it's a fucking nightmare. And there's percentage losses at every place. Sell your Bitcoin, buy Monero. Transfer fee, wait hours. Send your Monero. Their exchange doesn't handle Monero. They buy Bitcoin, transfer fee, wait hours. Sell the Bitcoin. There's percents missing and days of time. For what? Just use fiat, right? Now, when would that situation be different? Well, when everyone accepted it. Okay, well, currently fucking no one accepts it. So good luck with that shit. So the exception would be, we could get critical mass by this thing just pumping so hard that everyone has to get in. It's just like, fuck yeah, I need to get in that, right? So apps like those apps people have on their phone that they're already buying stuff, like that stock trading app and cash app and all these other things, those could onboard people into crypto for the pump. How often do you really need to pay your friends for stuff? I don't ever pay my friends for anything. Why would I pay my friends for things? What are they, like washing my feet or something? Like, why do I need to pay them for shit? We have companies. We pay the companies for things. Like, what the fuck? No one needs to send their friends money. Oh man, we're splitting the bill. Well, they can split the bill for you. They fucking divide the bill up for you. You don't have to do it yourselves, you idiots. So like, I don't understand this whole, it's already in the market, right? Gold is $7.7 trillion. Payment networks are worth 100 times less or 10 times less or some large number less. Be a store of value, right? Fuck high throughput. We don't need high throughput. We already have high throughput. The internet already does high throughput. If you need high throughput and you need trustlessness, take the part that needs to be trustless and isolate that out and keep everything else off chain. Or use federation, right? Or if you don't even need censorship resistance, you don't need a blockchain at all. Why do you think that there's no adoption for these dApps? It's not because of technology. Okay, it is kind of because the technology sucks. The technology definitely is the slowest, most expensive, shittiest database technology you could possibly use.
But all of them are private blockchains and they can put everything in they want. They are doing like 50,000 transactions per second, but it's just in the imagination. If you do it on a public blockchain, it's not even possible.
Yeah, agree. But the thing is, like, all blockchains do is store fucking data. It's a data structure. So what is data structures not doing for you today? Like what exactly are you missing that Postgres and SQL and Oracle aren't doing well enough for you right now? Everyone's doing just fine storing their data. Like, it's great. It's awesome. You could store tons and tons of data. You know how many terabytes of storage I have in my computer? Many terabytes. No one cares. Like, it's not, that ain't changing the world, right? So this high throughput, like, I'll brag that BitcoinHEX has more throughput than Bitcoin because currently it does. But I don't know why people give a shit. That doesn't matter. What matters is how much is the price going to go up. That matters.
Especially for you, since you have been mining 200 Bitcoin a day back in the days in 2011. Hope you didn't.
The quote is that I have mined full 50 block reward blocks. I never said how many per day. So just wanted to correct you on that. Yes, I have mined more than one full 50 reward block solo. That's nice.Didn't get that many in a day, man. Like, it's still fucking hard.
I heard just like 4, and I was immediately thinking per day. So
no,
crazy. Even if it would be like only for 10 days, but okay.
Yeah, the problem was that the difficulty got fucking high, fucking fast. So, that phase didn't last that long.
We had someone on our show last time, Da Vinci. He was also early adopter in 2011. Don't know if you heard about him. Yeah. But he was also mining early days, and he was able to mine at 25 Bitcoin 2 blocks a day for a good period of time, not a very long, but a good period of time. And also he managed to do, I think, also 2 blocks a day for a good part of 2013. But afterwards, it was just impossible for him. But
see, all these quotes, they're the same thing as making price calls without a time frame. Nobody knows how much money I made in that shit. Maybe I got fucked and sold the bottom, right? So like, I'm comfortable making the quote because, yeah, it is unique and it's cool. But I mean, if you think about it, you get one of these 50 block rewards every 10 minutes. So like, a lot of somebody did the same stuff that I did, right? So like, I guess so I'm just saying, as like a pseudo measurement to try and measure whether people are rich or not, it matters whether they held. Like, that's what matters. It doesn't matter how many blocks you mined or when you mined them. It matters whether you held them or not, you know?
Yeah, in that case, if you sell low, the guy buying from you on the exchange is the smarter guy. I got your point, definitely. But now we can get to the point maybe what everyone is waiting for, because we can see here we are going towards 1,000 live spectators. That's amazing, guys. Smash up the like button on Richard's channel and also on our channel. No matter on which channel you are, smash the subscribe button below, Richard's or ours.
Hey, what's up, Richard Hart followers? I only got 693 viewers. We're getting smoked by this German guy here, which I'm okay with because like my grandfather was German. So.
No, we are actually at 700, but I was just saying.
We're tied, mate. We're tied.
It's still more.
I got 706.
No, it's amazing. If you count them together, it's amazing. It's about
we have almost as many viewers as like a kid picking his nose on Twitch chat. How shitty is crypto? Seriously, guys. I'm rich as fuck. I have 700 viewers, like 700. It's dog shit. If I put my dog, I have a Chihuahua here, which is sleeping now, or I could show you guys. My dog would get more viewers than this. Just saying.
All right, but it's 700 at the time. Some people turn off. If you end the stream, it's a few thousand. So yeah, okay. Everyone is here because they want to hear your opinion on the altcoin section about a few specific altcoins. Guys, you can mention them in the comment section. We will pick some of them up, and also we prepared some altcoins. Maybe you can share your opinion about. It would be good maybe if you structure it like, in your opinion, the most overvalued altcoins and undervalued altcoins. So maybe we can start with the most overvalued altcoins. Is IOTA still part of that?
I mean, I have a one strike rule, kind of. Like, if you do terribly stupid things, like release a wallet that's not a wallet, and then steal users' funds before hackers could steal them and then redistribute them, or claim partnerships but have no adoption in those partnerships, and the adoption is free, so that if your shit was good, isn't it good enough to pay for? Right? There's just so many flags. Like, if you trigger enough flags, I just don't give a fuck if you ever get good. I just don't care. Like, why don't we just go give press to these other projects that haven't committed all these heinous acts yet? Why do we have to give you a free pass? Like, you did all these horrible things, but now if you ever undo them, now it's all cool. And I doubt they're undone. Like, I don't like giving them free press. I think they're scumbags. Overvalued coins. I mean, crypto was designed to get rid of middlemen and third parties, and Tether is up there in the top 10, I think. Couple $billion. You guys literally gave a couple $1 billion to a company in some weird jurisdiction with a bank in some weird jurisdiction in the hopes that maybe one day they'd give you your money back. You guys are all fucking stupid.
But
you're going to get wrecked.
Regarding Tether, I mean, disclosure, we have never tethered because we don't really like the company behind that. But regarding Tether, that's differently to all of the others, because if you see Tether volume, if you see a change in market cap, that's actually really the money flowing into Tether and outside. But in all the other projects, it's like 1 million is enough to double the market cap of 500 million to a billion or so, for example.
So for those listening, I think he just said Tether tries to be honest, and they very well may. It's just their honesty is subsequent to the bank allowing them to be honest. And at any moment, the bank could be like, hey, actually, we're just going to hold your money. Or you could let us keep 5% of it, and we'll let you send it to the next bank who will fuck you the same way. Just wait and watch. Fuck that game. Like, no. Go click my BitMEX link and go short 1x, which is synthetic fiat, instead of buying Tether. You're still sitting in fiat.
wanted to say that regarding the over or undervaluation, Tether is exactly valued how much money the people are putting inside, and on coins, the coins are valued how much the people believe in them and willing to pay. So that's a little bit of a difference, but we agree on you that Tether is not maybe the best coin.
How many counterparties do you want? If you hate USD because it loses 5% to inflation every year, well, hey, I have an idea. Let's take USD, which sucks, and then add a Bahamian bank, and then add some other foundation in some other country no one even knows. And then let's put some lawsuits in there and some enforcement actions. And then once we've done all that, now how much is your dollar worth? It's fucking retarded. Like, it's terribly stupid.
Yeah, so Tether is one. I mean, you don't want to give them bad press because bad press is also good press, but maybe you can mention like one or two other ones. A lot of people here asking about XRP. Do you have any opinion about XRP? You don't have to do it very long, but
they literally have a function that just takes your coins. So they have a function that says revoke, and they revoke your coins.
And they are continuously dumping every day because, I mean, they have something frozen from all the unlocked coins. But
only 40%, only 40 to 50% of the total supply is on the market. The rest is just held by the foundation to dump on you in the future after the pump is good.
Yeah, exactly. And
Lumens is worse. Lumens, 20% of the coins is on the market. 80% is waiting in a foundation to be given out to whoever they like. Maybe they'll do a good job. Maybe they won't. Why are you buying something that has 80% more to get dumped on you? And that's the other thing, right? So do you have any action that you can take in court if someone dumps on your head? No.
Oh, you can't.
You just get wrecked. So in my project, BitcoinHEX, you physically can see on the blockchain that coins are locked up for a certain period of time. It's not like masternodes where people can unlock whenever they want. They're locked up for the period of time they said. And the only way they can unlock early is if they pay a fee, a heavy fee. And half that fee goes to the people that stayed honest and stayed locked. So if you lock for a year and you only serve half a year, you don't make any interest, but you do get your principal back. But if you lock up for a year and you don't even serve half your time, you get fucked right out of principal. So you will lose money, right? Like you diluted everyone else's shares and everyone else got paid less because you locked up and got shares, and then you didn't stay locked as long as you said you would. So now you got to get hit, and then half of that fee goes to the people that stayed locked. That's the best lockup mechanism I've heard of. Like, people are going to be honest about how long they want to lock. They're going to get paid more for locking longer. And if they're, if they have to emergency unlock, they don't get beat, if they serve at least half their time. They don't make any interest, but at least they don't get hit on principal. And then if they really weren't truthful about doing what they said they would and remaining locked, they get hit hard right out of principal. It's fucking neat. It's cool.
Okay, you triggered us a bit. We will check out BitcoinHEX, but coming back to XRP, a lot of people are saying shitcoin, but actually it is not really a coin. It's not a blockchain. It's like a DLT, so it's not a coin. If you say that a coin is a blockchain, then it's not a coin and it's not a shitcoin.
Doesn't it have
shouldn't be listed on CoinMarketCap, isn't it? I mean, even though it's a great project, you cannot compare to crypto. So it's not a shitcoin. It's a good project, and it's not blockchain, not crypto, isn't it?
You're pretty much right. The issue is attacks happen so rarely in crypto that truly secure projects receive no benefits from being truly secure. Let me give you an example. If you live in a super honest neighborhood and you lock your door every day, you just wasted your time every day. If you live in a shitty neighborhood and you lock your door, you just saved your house every day you locked your door, right? So in an ecosystem where attacks are rare, fake security projects or no security projects get a bunch of free profit, and real secure projects have extra overhead with no reward. So censorship resistance operates through decentralization. Decentralization works because it's like trying to herd cats. You can't get people to censor the way that you want because some other cat just rolls the block into the chain. You're like, fuck, Didn't want that to happen. Okay. No one processed this guy's transactions. And then this guy does it, right? So the jurisdictional arbitrage, the regulatory arbitrage, the ability for people to mine anonymously, all of those things allow censorship resistance to work. But no one gives a fuck because the regulators haven't attacked yet. They attacked Liberty Reserve. They attacked eGold. They shut them down. They put people in jail. But for crypto, not that many people have gone to jail or been attacked or had censorship attempted. And because of that, fake secure projects have very high market caps that would be totally unwarranted if attacks did occur and censorship did occur and people's funds were taken, like has happened on Ethereum Classic. The guy that used the code as law, he used the code as it was supposed to be used and stole all the money. He had his shit forked and taken away. But he got to keep his Ethereum Classic coins, right? But he lost his real Ethereum coins because it was rolled back. It was censored. This happened in EOS. Some people said that their coins were like hacked or something. And then the foundation was like, yo, okay, roll back the chain. And then they reinvented the default judgment on the blockchain. Oh, so the attacker didn't come to defend himself. All right, well, we'll just give the money to somebody else. So there are fake ass projects without real trustlessness that are truly trusted. Tether's one of them. It's not fake, but it's trusted. They could take all your money and you could cry like a little baby about it. You can't do that in Bitcoin. You can't take my Bitcoin. I got my Bitcoin. I got my keys. You can't take it. But with these other things, there's no trustlessness in them. Like you said, they're not real crypto. But unless attacks start occurring, these retarded market valuations will continue to exist for fake projects.
Okay, so let's try to get now maybe a bit more positive and focus on the undervalued stuff. If that's even possible. I mean, you have been a Bitcoin maximalist, but now you are not anymore. So maybe we will find some projects you're actually interested in. And also, guys, everyone watching, in the end, we will also pick up some comments. While he's talking, I'm also looking at the comment section. The most suggested altcoins, we will pick some of them up and let Richard Hart drop his knowledge bombs on it. So first of all, do you have any undervalued projects in mind, maybe?
So the term undervalued can be misleading. A coin or a token can be of technical merit, and yet you have no idea what the price is going to do, because the price has just about nothing to do with the actual technical merit of the project, or else ICOs wouldn't have existed, right? But they did, and they went really expensive. A lot of people got really rich, and then a lot of people got really poor, and none of that had to do with the project, right? So I'm just going to tell you, and you'll figure it out. I think forks that are based on alternate proofs of work have technical merit. To risk all of crypto on SHA-256 being a secure hash function forever is stupid. We should have backups ready and tested and deployed. PrimeCoin uses prime numbers. I've got a bag of PrimeCoin. Thought Rhett was going to fork it, but he didn't. So now I still got my bag. Litecoin uses alternate proofs of work. I think that Bitcoin forks with alternate proofs of work are useful and good for the ecosystem. I think Anonymity is useful and good. Monero works. There's other projects out there that kind of have ICO things that I don't want to talk about because I don't want to reward those dudes. But Anonymity is good. Fungibility is good. Alternate proofs of work have value. DLT is useless. Fuck all DLT. Doesn't require economic mass. Doesn't need price to pump. Technology works fine with no price pump. Not interested. Securities tokens, garbage. Don't care. They're all slave to the transfer agent law. Your security, your token, great. You can do whatever you want on the blockchain, but we don't actually care. We care about what this registered transfer agent says that has an agreement with us, of which there's only like 6 in the United States. So fuck security tokens. Yes to alternate proofs of work. Yes to anonymity. Throughput, no one gives a shit. What else?
Just want to tell you where we find consensus on maybe. Everyone who knows us knows that we are actually like not a lot of projects out there, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, Monero, for example, they are one of them. because they are public, permissionless, proof of work. This is our 3Ps. And usually the people are looking for technical improvements like 100,000 transactions per second. But if it's not public, permissionless, and in our opinion also proof of work, then it's kind of useless to talk about that, because that's the whole reason why Bitcoin was so successful in the past and was gaining network effects, and why the Metcalfe's law of the network effects is only applicable to that.
I disagree slightly with that. So I agree with all of your technical comments, and I believe that you approach this as a better technology doing smarter, less retarded things should have longer legs and last longer and make more money, and the crap should die off. That's a beautiful idea. I'm very careful about issuing trading advice based on the merit of a project. I talked so much shit about Ethereum, and still talk it to this day for all of the things that it sucks at. But its price pumped higher and faster than holding Bitcoin did. All the noobs that bought Ethereum made more money than me, OG Bitcoin holder. That pisses me off. It makes me angry. Maybe I'm a little jealous bitch. Maybe I should just let everyone else be a winner too, or whatever. But my insanely mad gains weren't as high as their insanely mad gains. It pisses me off. This project's retarded. Zcash, 3% shielded addresses. Founder's reward. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Maybe they have the master key and they can
right. Trusted setup.
The whole system.
Fuck all of that, right? But did the price pump? Of course it pumped. And then it dumped. And that's what I'm talking about, timing, right? When Zcash came out, I'm like, this shit's going down. Massive inflation. Didn't fucking go down. I'm like, oh, well, I guess the market doesn't care about what I care about. Market doesn't care about shitty projects. Okay, well, fuck me then, right? So I'm very careful to give trading advice based on the technical merit of things. Dog shit can and will pump.
But
look at any dog shit chart. Huh?
Long term, usually when it's 10 times better, then it should succeed long term.
Right, but here's the problem with that. You can't make money on that shit. You try and short one of these shit coins, right? Like bitcoincash, and it fucking spikes up to like a third of Bitcoin's value just to wick you out, just to fucking hit your stop loss, just to make sure you lost money.
Like for a few minutes, it was on Binance half of the Bitcoin value.
Right.
So 4.5, that was crazy, man.
Right. So knowing that project sucks doesn't let you make money on it, because if you short it, you fucking get stopped out at a loss, or you don't get stopped and your just account gets fucking liquidated, right? So like, if you're going to short shit coins to try and make money, use my BitMEX link. You can fucking like, you better really have your stop loss set, really make sure that there's no maintenance coming up on the exchange where it's going to get pumped on Finex, and then your stops are all going to get hit way out of where they should have got hit, right? They're going to get executed 10% or 20% or worse away from where you thought they would. Because when the stops come live again and they look at what the index is, they're like, oh shit, we got to trigger immediately. And then it cascades everybody, right? So if you're going to short shitcoins to try and make money, you also have limited upside, right? So if you short $100 a shitcoin, the shitcoin goes to zero, you made $100. That's it. That's all you made. You made $100. But if you buy a shitcoin when it's at zero and it goes up 10x, you made $1,000.
No, from zero to
whatever. So if it went from $1 to $10 and you put $100 in, now you made $1,000.
Yeah.
But if it goes from $10 to $1, you made $9. So you literally are short $91 of profit. So like, now you can make equal money shorting and longing if the price returns back to the price it used to be. So if you buy a coin for $1 and it goes to 10, you made $9, or you made 10x, depending on what you want to look at, your stack or the profit. We'll just call it a 10x, right? So if a coin goes from $1 to 10, you made 10x. If you shorted and the coin went from 10 to 1, you only made like 90 cents, right? But if you took all your profit and bought the coin there at the bottom and it went all the way back up again, so you had to perfectly predict twice instead of once, then you would have made the whole 10x again, right? So like to make the same money shorting that you do longing, it has to move twice. It has to bottom and then go back up. So like longing with margin is just way better, and you'll get your fucking face ripped off shorting. Like it's riskier. It's nice when it hits because you make more money faster because we take the stairs up and the elevator down. So it's great to ride the elevator down, but you're limited.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we already covered a lot of altcoins, and we can see some comments here dropping in. We talked about anonymity. So for example, we talked about Monero. A lot of people are mentioning Dash, especially also because Da Vinci really likes Dash. Maybe you can give us your opinion on Dash, since it's also intransparent blockchain. So yeah, maybe you can let us know what you think about Dash.
Yet another crypto. Like all this stuff works to some degree. Dogecoin works, right? Do the transactions get rolled back? No. Do they get 51% attack? No. Can you trade them for other coins or USD? I don't know about USD, but other coins, surely. Okay, so Dogecoin works. Does Bitcoin Cash work? Yep. Does fake Bitcoin shitty version SV work? I don't know, maybe, right? All this stuff works. So like, you have to look at it two ways. Is it technically good? No. Like, maybe. Like, it's... I don't know, man. It's already pumped. Like, why don't go buy something that hasn't pumped yet? Go make 100x. Like,
you maybe have you said it, and it was completely correct that you cannot go from the technical and from the narrative side and from the network effects to the price. But do you have maybe some coins or projects out there, and no financial advice, obviously, guys. Do your own research and everything. But do you have anything from a technical analysis point of view, which you are looking at right now, maybe for the next...
I mean, like, we might have an inverted head and shoulders on Bitcoin. This might be the generational bottom. You might not be able to ever buy it cheaper again. Maybe, right? So you could look at an inverted head and shoulders setup on Bitcoin now. The chart for that's cleaner than the Ethereum chart. The Ethereum chart basically moves twice as far than Bitcoin does, so the patterns are like elongated and weirded out a bit. There's a lot more volatility on that chart. The ICO rage will probably come back, and they'll probably accept Ethereum for payment, and Ethereum will probably pump because people need to buy it to get into their stupid scams. They also have the most devs. They are actually trying to build stuff. I'm putting my project on there. I try and mention it as little as possible, though. I want people to buy BitcoinHEX. I don't want them to buy Ethereum.
Come on. We should add a counter on the top, like for BitcoinHEX and its swearing counter. That would be funny.
I know what I'm here to fucking do. Damn it.
So that was number 120.
I used to curse a lot more than this, man. When I was growing up at the boys club, I used to be called Mr. Curse, which was...
That's the reason why so many people are joining our live streams. Surprisingly, a lot of people are mentioning, and maybe we can wrap the episode up afterwards.
Sure.
Icon, Digibyte, I don't know why.
I don't know anything about Icon. All I know about Digibyte is that they do some like on-chain voting, which I don't care about because I think people are stupid, and I don't care how stupid people vote about things. I just care about how smart people vote about things. So getting stupid people's opinions on what should be done with investment funds or technical decisions, I find entirely not only meaningless but anti-productive. So I'm not into the blockchain governance vote for stuff thing. People voting has not usually turned out very well.
So Digibyte, actually, they have what's nice on Digibyte, and we don't really like it. We did a video a long time ago. What's nice is the different mining algorithms and everything. No pre-mine, so that's fine.
Yeah.
On the other side, what was a little bit sketchy was the marketing in 2017, especially with that gaming stuff. It peaked up, and you saw huge sell orders immediately at the announcement that really looked like, and I don't want to put something out, or we don't want to do that, but it looked like market manipulation. And ever since that happened, we thought like not looking further into it. Even though from the narrative it's fine, it's an honest fork in the beginning, but when the marketing is like that, don't know how to think about that.
I mean, I just having the Ethereum guys and the ICO guys and these shitcoiners make more money than the good, honest Bitcoiner OG holder taught me that smaller coins, newer coins, will give you much larger percentage returns. And if, like, that's it. I mean, so if you want to make mad gains percentage-wise and you're willing to take the risk, like, it just seems like a newer project. You have a lottery ticket to 100x, 1000x, even if it's a fucking horrible, terrible project. But like these big coins that are already big, you know how much fucking money has to go in that in billions to get you your 2x? Fuck, dude.
It depends on the valuation. It's not really the volume going in, you know. As we said, let's say there is a critical event from the outside, a positive news, then $1 is enough to pump Bitcoin from 3,000 to 6,000, for example, if the rest of the market participants agree upon that price. Usually.
Well, I mean, we have reduced volatility.
The order book, yes.
We have reduced volatility in systems with larger economic mass. So it's just like, it's literally like, if you want to kick a rock on the street, a little rock, you can kick it really far. Big rock, you kick it, it don't even move. And that's how the order book and the liquidity. So like you can go to coinmarketbook.com and it will rank you cryptos based on the order book density in dollars.
Cool.
Not density, but volume. And you'll see that Bitcoin has, 10x at least the thickness on the bid and ask that these other coins have. A lot of these other coins are extremely, look, you or anybody that has, $1 million can seriously move the price a lot on altcoins very easily. But in Bitcoin, your $1 million order, no one gives a fuck. It's like, no one cares. Maybe, on Finex, you could buy 1,000 coins like a dude did. Often occurs, and then that could like pump for a while, but then when you look at he got out of that pump pretty quick. So you saw the longs go up and then you saw the longs cash out after a 10% move. We got a lot more. We ended up with a 30% move on that pump, but it's like you can do a lot more with $1 million in a shitcoin than you can do in Bitcoin.
Yeah. But maybe we can, because I think that's very important to mention that to the public. When you say that you can make a higher X on a smaller coin, yes, that's from experience talking, that's the case. But from a risk return ratio long term for 10, 20 years, would you agree upon that Bitcoin is better than the small coins, please?
Probably, yeah. Yes. Yep. Long term, shit coins that are just unadopted copycat bullshit, they should tend to be killed over time. But until they're dead, right? Like, I mean, look, if crypto coins died due to lack of adoption, we'd have no crypto, right? Like, Clash of Clans has 100 million daily users a day. Single video game. Bitcoin wallets holding over $1,000, 2 million. Bitcoin wallets holding over Bitcoin wallets holding over $100, 5 million. 5 million. There's 5 million fucking crypto users that are using crypto.
I have something very interesting to mention right now. So we, with the MMCrypto team, we were recently looking at, and we are not in the project Tron, but we were looking at their applications. Their top 2 applications, also driven by greed, it's gambling applications. Mm-hmm. If you go on that application, it's crazy. It's mind-blowing if you see how many people are gambling there. It's millions and millions of gambles in a short period of time. It's like so fast. And it is greed. And also if you look at the
could be fake, right?
Yeah, if you look at the main implications of Ethereum, it's also the only ones which have at least a small amount of usage is gambling and exchanges, which is also gambling.
Here, I got one for you. I'm gonna go meta on you. You ready? What if crypto is just a giant roulette wheel? And what if those ticker symbols for each one of these tokens are just a different number on the roulette wheel? What if all these extra crypto tokens makes a more colorful and prettier wheel that brings more people into the casino? which is why Bitcoin price pumped when all the shitcoin prices pumped, and why Bitcoin price died when all the shitcoin prices died. Because it turns out that the only thing you can really buy with Bitcoin that's interesting is a shitcoin.
Partially correct, even though we don't want to agree on the whole negative narrative of that story. But yes, that's what the greedy people within
it's not negative if you just want to get rich. If you want to get rich, it's fine.
Reverse engineering this whole development is that all these altcoins and shitcoins and yes, some good projects, but let's put them aside, all of them get developed to get more Bitcoin. These people want to get either more US dollar or more Bitcoin.
Yep.
And a lot of those projects, I'm pretty sure a lot of Digibyte people maybe as well, or Redcoin, for example, they only wanted to get more Bitcoin in the end. And that actually means that Bitcoin must be valuable to them as well.
Well, in theory, yeah. But I bet a lot of those guys wish they took fiat in December or January. Yeah, so here's a question for you. I think crypto is just trustlessness plus game theory. That's all it is. So Bitcoin's game theory is reduced supply over time, cuts in half every 4 years, the issuance, pay miners for security and network operation, hope that someone builds a software because there's no fucking monetary incentive at all for it to occur, which is why there ain't that many devs.
Donations, but yeah.
Yeah, fuck a donation. Like, it's a libertarian. We're all libertarians on the Bitcoin side. We don't donate to nobody. We don't like donating. It makes us feel dirty. So like, that's the only thing you can do with the Bitcoin token is transfer it. That's it. The only function that the Bitcoin token has, native, on its network, is to transfer. That is all. So if it's true that crypto is just game theory plus trustlessness, if BitcoinHEX is more secure than Bitcoin, and if you can not just transfer it, but also get trustless interest by staking it, and if it pays holders instead of miners, why wouldn't it become more valuable than Bitcoin if the marketing's right? So what I thought about this, and I'm like, yeah, it could go top 3. Why not? The game theory is that good. Like, the competition is so weak. Like, Bitcoin has poor marketing. When's the last time you saw a Bitcoin ad on TV? It's got
today. I mean, now it's really often on.
You occasionally see an eToro ad because they want to make fees. Like,
yeah, eToro is crazy. They are paying a lot for ads.
But I haven't seen. I mean, maybe I just don't watch that much general network television. But my point is, like, you could make something better than Bitcoin if it has better game theory and it's trustless, and you can prime the pump through marketing and such, right? So I'm making like extreme statements that I will only make an extreme statement if that shit's accurate. And I'm making very strong statements. I think BitcoinHEX is more secure after audit than Bitcoin. And I think the game theory is better. And I think it could become more valuable.
You need network effects as well. And I think Bitcoin got a lot of them. Not comparing to your project, but comparing to these projects out there like Redcoin and so on.
You know, look, if someone put a gun to your head and they're like, hey, what's actually got adoption in crypto? I usually just say nothing, right? But SteemIt got adoption, like the Steam forum thing. That shit worked, right? And Binance was an ICO, and they actually whooped ass, right? So like, there is actually at least one ICO that turned out good, which was BNB. And there was like one crypto project that actually got retail adoption, which was SteemIt. But there's not much else. like it's really a short list.
No, exactly. Also for BNB, but the reason behind that is the utility. The people want to get discount again on gambling. So that might be also the reason why that was successful. But
I don't mean just that their token was successful, but they actually had an ICO and gave out equity in their company and built what they said they would. And I'm not aware of any other ICO that like built what they said they would, and then people cared and used it. And there was a lot of ICOs.
Yeah, a lot of them.
How's Filecoin doing?
As we mentioned.
How's Filecoin? How's Tron? How's fucking Storage? How's how's that going, guys? How's Mastercoin? Like,
Okay. I mean, I think we got your opinion on the altcoin section, and we picked up so many things here from the comment section. If there's anything left, guys, let us know right now. This is your last chance before we wrap that up. We are already online for like 1 hour and 10 minutes. It's crazy.
This is short for me, dude. I've done an 8-hour stream before, plus,
Okay.
or 7-hour 50 minutes.
Look, someone is saying BitConnect, Veritasium. Guys, we won't even talk about that.
They're just scams.
Huh?
By the way, let me tell you guys the difference between a Ponzi scheme and how crypto scams are looked at. A lot of people call crypto coins Ponzi's, but it's not accurate. Ponzi's fail because they owe people more money than they can pay. They promise you a return. They pay you that giant return to the early guys from the new money that they get. They stop getting new money. They can't pay the people that are owed, right? Crypto tokens don't work like that. So like, if you buy BitcoinHEX and you stake it, I don't have to pay you back Bitcoin or USD. The smart contract pays you back the same tokens it invented in the first place. It can't fail the way a Ponzi fails. It will never owe more than it has, ever. So we should have another word for shitty pump and dump crypto coins, but Ponzi just isn't accurate.
Let me bring up something what a lot of people said, and also the whole MMCrypto team wanted to hear something about that. Just as the beginning, as the end of this live stream, maybe you can share your opinion on Bitcoin SV, its importance for the recent crash, and also on Craig Wright. That would be very interesting to hear before we wrap the whole episode up.
So if you want to learn about Craig Wright, go to github.com and then search for the Cult of Craig, where you can submit through a report any evidence that you have to bring to light the dealings and history of this person. Just recently, I submitted some deleted papers that he published that he didn't want anyone to see, I guess, because he deleted them. So he references them in name on nChain, or at least a wiki tied to nChain. But you can't download them to see how crappy they are. When I saw this person appear, I don't like him, evil. I downloaded them because I knew what he was doing. He's trying to inflate his street cred for looking smart by producing a bunch of papers that were gibberish. So that's what I submitted recently to the GitHub. You can also go on Reddit. Actually, it's on my Medium. He decided he wanted to argue with me on Medium. He stopped wanting to argue with me, as so many do, on Twitter. He has blocked me, and I always return the block, but he just browses my page on his web client that has cookies cleared, so the block doesn't matter, because I've seen him screenshot my posts and shit talk me. I have had 150 employees and started multiple businesses and been successful over and over and over again. I was a retired millionaire before Bitcoin was invented. I retired in 2003. Bitcoin invented in 2009. I've fucking hit it out of the park over and over and over again. I'm a fucking winner. I've proven myself. That man.
Nice triceps, though.
Been turning these fuckers like this all show, man. Finally. Now I can let my arms rest finally. I gotta keep the eyes off the tits, dude. These tits are gigantic. So if you want to not get scammed, you need to not trust but verify, right? I don't tell anyone how much money I have. I say I'm a billionaire, but that's meaningless. I could have 1 billion cells in my body. I could have $1 billion bill from Zimbabwe. I could have 1 billion Satoshis. It just teaches people the value of units. It doesn't say how rich I am, right? I could say that I'm a member of Mensa and show you my card. But that shit is not, that's like fake evidence, right? Like maybe I got rich fucking everyone else over. So the more rich I am, the more worse I am, right? Or maybe, I use my intelligence for evil. So like intelligence, it's okay. And money, it's okay. But real world results, what have you built in the world? That's what really matters, right? So like if you interview with me, I don't give a fuck what degrees you have. I want to see what you built, right? I don't want you to talk to me about design. I want to see what you have designed. That's how you cut through this bullshit, right? So if a guy collects a bunch of degrees, let me let you in a secret. School sucks. He shouldn't want to do that. That's weird, odd, abhorrent behavior. He's collecting influence points to cash them out at some future date to get confidence, right? Yeah, look the guy up, you know. He's just recently sued in Florida for trying to what looks like scam the Kleeman family out of some Bitcoins. But the Bitcoins mentioned in the lawsuit are known to be owned by Mt. Gox because Mark Karpeles, who founded and ran Mt. Gox, didn't actually found it, by the way, but ran Mt. Gox and built most of it. He said, hey, these coins are Mt. Gox coins. So I don't know what you're talking about saying that these are in some tulip trust or some kind of shit like that. You know, I'm going to give you a theory, just a theory, okay? If you took a lot of tax credits from the government of Australia for doing research, and then you didn't actually do the research, but you benefited from the credits, now you'd have to start looking for receipts that showed that you did research, so the government didn't be like, yo, you owe us money. Well, how would you find those receipts? Well, you'd create a bunch of offshore companies that didn't do mining because that would be profitable and they would want to see like the money, but did research on modeling the blockchain. And then you'd probably prefer to have a partner who was deceased that you could assign blame to. Like, yo, I would give you those receipts, but that dude's dead. Can't hook you up, sorry. I would show you where all that research stuff went, but, you know, dead guy, right? So when people have like dead co-conspirators and make fanciful claims with no proof and lie after lie after lie after lie, if you go on TV and you say you're Satoshi and you use a false proof, a forged signature, and if you go on your blog posts and you pretend that you were writing about things in 2009, but then when we look on the Wayback Machine, you edited your blog post to look like you were working on Bitcoin, but you weren't, you're a scumbag. So it's all of this is documented. Go on the Cult of Craig GitHub, go on the Reddit post, read the articles that have been written. His own mother says he's a compulsive liar. If your own mom's not on your team, bro, you must really suck. Like,
okay, guys, so I think his opinion on Craig Wright and therefore also on Bitcoin SV was made very, very clear. That being said, we kind of want to wrap up that episode. Please smash up the like button for the makers, for Richard Hart and for the whole MMCrypto team. No matter where you're watching, smash up the like button to get the content out there, to get the YouTube algorithm rolling. That costs you nothing, and it's a big pleasure for us to reach out to more people. So guys, just smash it up. That being said, Richard, thank you so much for taking your time coming to our episode, also bringing us to your channel. For everyone watching, MMCrypto, put it in Google, on Telegram, where you want to do it. Come to our channel, subscribe to it. It's great content, just as Richard Hart's content. So that being said, thank you so much for watching, guys.
Can I close out with one thing?
Yeah, sure. Mention.
I have a Telegram channel. Do you have a Telegram channel too?
Yeah, we have nearly 10,000 people altogether.
Nice.
German and international channel.
All right. Plug it.
t.me/MMCrypto, t.me/MMCryptoENG for the international thing.
Yeah. Mine's t.me/Strape, like strawberry grape, Strape charts for trading. Richard's calls for price predictions. Richard's GIFs if you want to look at stupid pictures of me doing stupid stuff. Got a free book. Download it. Save your own life. Use my BitMEX link. What else? BitcoinHEX. Keep an eye on it. In 8 weeks, I hope to actually have a snapshot. Like, we're so close. We're internally testing on a private testnet. Once all of those functions have passed and we've fuzzed the contract and all that stuff, we lock it for audit. We get the results back. We have public testnet. We're really, really, really close on that. That's it. Yeah, great show, man. I really appreciate it. I love that we covered two things that matter: price and technical merit. Technical merit matters long term. Price matters today.
Yes. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Man.
That being said, also, we will check out your project. All the best for that from the bottom of our heart. We know that a lot of people out there think, oh, yeah, he's kind of negative, but we shouldn't fall for the confirmation bias. We have to take everything into consideration. And that was truly, really, really interesting. So thank you so much for dropping your knowledge bombs.
I'll be positive in the bull market, guys. In 12 fucking months, I'll be singing from the tops of the mountains. 50K Bitcoin, you'll see.
All right, so
Later, man.
let's pump Richard's portfolio so he will be a little bit more positive for the next time. That being said, thank you so much for coming to the episode. Yeah, bye everyone watching. Come to MMCrypto, Richard Hart, YouTube, Telegram, everything. Join us. Let's make crypto great again.
See you, man.